$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
They argued once, and it was over wieners.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So Vanna White, she's worked on Wheel of Fortune with Pat Sajak for 38 years.
38 years?
38 years. And she said in an interview that they have only, in those 38 years, they have only had one argument.
He's my buddy. It's so funny. He's like my work husband, I guess you would say. You know, we've been together all these years. We've never had one argument. Okay, we had one. It was over putting ketchup on a hot dog. Do you put ketchup on your hot dog? Anyway, that's what he said. Do not put ketchup on your hot dog.
Wait, so is Pat against the ketchup?
Yeah, he's against ketchup on the hot dog.
Oh, he just needs to stop.
Yeah, I can understand why Vanna said, look, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to draw the line. You're an idiot, pal.
I'm going to side with old Pat on this one.
Me same, actually.
Yeah.
You guys don't like ketchup on your pot dog?
Yeah.
How about
my pot dog? Well,
in that case.
I don't hate ketchup, but it's one of those I could do without it.
Oh, not me.
I'm going to do mustard, onions, relish, everything else, but ketchup, yeah, it kind of ruins it.
I'm doing ketchup and mustard on my hot dog.
I mean, I can deal with it, but...
Well, don't deal with it. But to me, I think it's unless I'm getting a fancy hot dog that, says, look, this is our flavor hot dog, and I'm just getting my own, I'm always getting ketchup and mustard.
Yeah. Are you going, what's your ratio? Are you more mustard or are you more ketchup?
I'm more ketchup.
Yeah. I do like the squiggle of the ketchup, and then just a line of mustard.
Yes.
It's always fun seeing Steve squiggle. Look like he's doing the shake weight. It's a wonderful thing.
Well, we are talking hot dogs.
Squiggle.
Well, you did it again. I mean,
working on my biceps right there.
Good job, buddy. Yeah.
I don't understand the whole... I feel like people just want to argue for the sake of arguing, which is funny coming from a group of people that like to argue for the sake of arguing.
Oh, yeah. Humans, man.
But I mean, it's like the pineapple on the pizza, and then we have this now, the argument about the ketchup on the hot dog.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of things. I mean, at least those things, hopefully, we can all get along on at some point. They're not huge, friend-ending arguments, I hope.
Right. These are we can agree to disagree conversations.
Yeah.
Totally.
That are like legit. Okay, yeah, we don't have to see eye to eye on our food choices now, do we?
Well, yeah. Otherwise, what a boring planet would be if everybody loved everything. Then you'd be like, oh, okay, we all love the same thing. Okay. Do you love pizza? I love okay. Well, every once in a while, it's kind of nice to meet someone who loves what you love because not everybody does.
Although I do enjoy eating things that I know will really upset people. Like when I have friends that genuinely hate pineapple on pizza. Like it bothers them. I don't get it. So I now make it a point to always get pineapple on my pizzas.
So you weren't really a pineapple fan. You were okay, but
fine. I thought...
So now the troll factor.
To be honest, I think the Canadian, what's it called? Hawaiian, right? The Hawaiian pizza itself, like the toppings, I think it's a trash idea. I don't like the Canadian bacon and the pineapple combo. But I'll put pineapple just on like a bacon pizza.
Yeah, I've kind of moved past the ham and pineapple and either just do pepperoni or bacon, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like pineapple needs to always go on my pizza. But no matter what's on there, I put everything on there. And you're right, Steve. Sometimes it's not about the Canadian bacon, but it is about the pineapple.
Never about the Canadian bacon.
Yeah. So
and like Mod Pizza, I get the barbecue, the Caspian, which is the barbecue pizza that they have with the barbecue sauce, the drizzle, gorgonzola, other cheese, and a bunch of. I get rid of the onions because I think onions on anything is trash because it stays in your mouth forever.
Okay, well that's where you probably
unless they're caramelized, I don't want to have them.
Yeah, you should. Well, all right. I can't argue with you. I think caramelized onion and pizza is really good. And I want that barbecue drizzle on everything. I don't care what pizza I'm getting. I always get the barbecue drizzle at the end.
Right, and then throw a little pineapple. It's a good combo.
You know what? Then take a little no name and throw it in the middle. The no name cake. Right.
I don't know if I'd put it on my pizza, but I'd eat it afterwards.
Just wait a minute on that. Yeah.
No, I think I got to have it now.
Somebody says barbecue sauce on my hot dogs for sure. I don't think I've ever tried that.
Can't argue with that.
I make my hot dogs Mexican style. So I'll do ketchup, mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, and then I'll add tomatoes, onions, and guacamole, or not guacamole, avocados.
Okay, well, I would argue that the ketchup and the mayonnaise, you stole that from McDonald's, and I'm tired of you misappropriating McDonald's lore.
I don't mix them together. It's mayonnaise on the bun, then the meat, and then you add the ketchup.
What do you think happens in your mouth?
And then I get the tomatoes and onions and avocado.
I don't want to know
It
what
almost sounds like a Chicago dog.
Yeah,
Kind of.
Yeah.
So then you stole it from Chicago, and you're saying Mexico came up with it.
Except we don't do relish or pickles. We're putting avocado on it. So it's like a pico de gallo on top of your hot dog.
Oh, I would say that one more time for America.
El pico de gallo.
Yeah, pico de gallo.
That's exactly how I said it.
It's says I get the exact same pizza and Mod Pizza, Steve, made the exact same way. LOL, it's the only way to go.
Okay, so you guys are buddies.
Sometimes just get crazy and get a little extra drizzle on there.
Oh, hey, listen, when you get extra drizzle, I know you're serious.
Cost extra?
I don't know.
They ask you at the end.
You don't even care, do you?
They ask you
I
at the
don't.
end.
Money's no object when it comes to my Mod Pizza, Rev.
Here's what I know Mod Pizza does, because you pay for it, Rev, and then at the end, when it comes out, they go, would you like any drizzle on it?
Oh, see, I'm doing the online ordering and picking it up.
Oh,
good call.
Yeah.
I bet if you go there, you go there and ask them, they probably open the box up and drizzle for you.
Well, last time I tried to go in there, get out. We'll bring it to your car. Oh, like, my bad.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
just excited.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was the case over there in Puyallup. Okay, sorry about that.
Could be like that everywhere right now because of how things are.
You might be right. Yeah,
I have no idea.
I don't know when you can go in and can't go in. It's so tough when you walk into a place thinking that you can go in there, because you can go into a Starbucks and order. So I don't know why you can't go into any place. I mean, any place. A lot of places are bigger than a Starbucks. You can't hang in there, but you can just go in there, get your order, then leave.
And for all I know, I can go in there, but I think they were just like, if you're coming for pickup, just wait in the car. We'll bring it to you.
Oh, look at that.
That's fine. I'll go listen to my podcast in my car and wait for you.
I think you're the only one they tell that to be honest with you.
Yeah, there's a no Steve policy.
I think it's a no Steve policy.
That's fair.
Your face is on the wall.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, so, obviously we missed movies in the theaters, and a lot of movies were pushed back, including Ghostbusters. And this Ghostbusters will feature many of the original surviving stars. But Rick Moranis was not expected to be one of them, but now it's possible that he may have a brief cameo. Because they interviewed Ernie Hudson, and they were, I love that they keep asking, even though it was like, oh yeah, we told you he's not going to be in it, but no one believes it anymore because Hollywood, has to lie and cheat and deceive.
If you want to have a surprise.
Exactly. And so Ernie was like, yeah, is Rick going to be in the movie? Well, I think the studios probably want to hold that one. I love Rick, but yeah, I'll let them share that. And that's all
I got to imagine, everybody loves Rick Moranis, and then he was in the news recently because some idiot punched him.
Yeah.
So I think like the love for him even grew for a lot of people. So I'd be bummed if I'm not going to be like, give me my money back, but I'd be more so I'd be really excited if I saw Rick Moranis in Ghostbusters.
And didn't we hear that he's ready to get back and do a few things now that his kids are raised?
Yeah.
So
he did the thing with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
the Mint Mobile.
Oh, so he's doing commercials.
Yeah, and that was kind of like his big, I'm back.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably his way of just being like, I'm willing to take your money, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, who knows, what he needs and what he doesn't need, but we want him back. We need him. And, of course, Ghostbusters was supposed to come out last summer, but as you know, COVID said no, and it is supposedly November 11th. And if you believe our President Biden, supposedly anybody that wants a vaccine should have it done by the summer. Which means November, of course, will be plenty of time for us to be able to go back in the movie theaters if we can believe the timeline.
Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
totally.
I feel like the summer blockbuster season probably will be gone. We won't get that, but November is the other blockbuster season for movies, and by that time, it'd be cool.
Once it happens, we are going to be just like, it's going to be like a crap ton of movies being released. I feel like they're all just going to be like, here. Except for the few that have been thrown on like HBO Max or whatever. But like for the most part, I feel like a lot of Hollywood's just holding and waiting.
Are you going to jump right back into things as soon as there's that herd inoculation?
I think Yeah, I think I'm going to just do what I do.
Danny says yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like really a movie theater guy, so I've already been kind of like.
Well, I mean, like you're wrestling and all that,
Yes.
all that stuff. You're going to jump
1,000%, yes.
Vicky, how about you? Because Vicky,
music. I can't wait to go to a concert and also play a show.
Are you going to jump back in?
I think so, because my parents have been talking about how they think they'll never get grandkids, and I'm like, what do you want me to do? It's a pandemic. I can't meet anybody to get you grandkids, so I kind of promised them.
My thing is conventions.
I'm sure a listener would be more than happy to help you out.
Provide some grandkids.
I'm sure.
Put them in a bubble.
How about you, Rev? You jumping back in? See, I think Rev and I are like.
Yeah,
I'm not sure for the convention scene because there's.
Conventions? Hell no. Like, I won't probably ever go to a convention ever again.
Oh,
like,
really?
Dude, you get con crud anyway. It's a whole crowd of people. I'm always anxious in crowds anyway. Like, theaters.
Well, concerts
maybe
are the same
eventually.
thing. I mean, anything at all where you're
I don't go to a lot of concerts.
Movie theaters, I think, in a way, but granted, you're not around them for the entire convention, if you will. But I mean, big crowds, right?
Would you go to a busy restaurant?
Oh, I see. I want to believe I want to go to everything. I think I'm going to try. I mean, what am I going to do? Not go out ever again?
I tell you, the moment Trapper says you can do all you can eat sushi again,
we're in.
Yeah.
Like Rev's like, screw it. I don't care if there's a billion people.
That's different.
Right.
I mean, look,
I miss that.
I miss just sitting at that bar and just stuffing my face.
Oh, it's going to be the greatest day.
It will.
I know everyone's like saying, I gained all this weight with COVID. I feel like that's where I'm going to be gaining my weight is when
also
COVID's
true.
done.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Because then I can go back to restaurants and eat like a pig.
The good old sushi weight.
My thing is the concert. Can you imagine that first concert back? Whatever band you're going to go see, and just being in the crowd again and being like, it's done, and just like feeling that emotion. I may start crying. Honestly,
I think about that moment, like with wrestling too, because I do like the hosting for Defy Wrestling, and I've been every once in a while, like you get these memories, so it brings up like yesterday I saw a memory come up where I was like in Portland in front of the crowd, and I'm like that because I'm fortunate enough to be the first person that steps out of that curtain for Defy Wrestling. It's like that I'm the guy that welcomes everybody. I don't even know what that's going to feel like. But I can't wait for that moment to be able to just step out and see all the people that go. They call them the Defiants, and just to get that experience again of a loud room of people that share a similar love for something.
Now I can understand.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's interesting. The Rev, though, the Rev is in your demographic. Me, you could understand if I said I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm in the supposedly risky demographic. Rev is like I wonder how many people are going to be like Rev, who just won't ever do it again. I'm surprised Vicky will because, again, the OCD people might go, I don't trust it. I'll never trust it. But I imagine a lot of young people and middle-aged people would go back to their lives. They're ready because they think, come on, I want to go out now.
And I'll take it slow, really. I mean, there'll be certain things like, seriously, like Trappers, absolutely. And like theaters, slowly. But like I was never big on conventions anyway. So that was kind of the big thing for me. I'm like, I'm cool.
I got to go to conventions again. That's my thing.
I know, so you get cops called on you again.
Texter brings up a good point. Well, if you want to go to conventions, become a furry. That way you have a mask on. You don't have to worry about that.
I thought about that.
Interesting.
See, I was thinking, like, even after everything's good and done, I feel like I might end up still wearing a mask a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's another thing I thought people would probably do. I mean, look, we saw many people from other countries wearing masks, and and I would be like, why are they wearing a mask? I'd see them in the airport. It turns out they knew what they were doing long before we heard of COVID.
And a lot of people would wear them when they were sick as well, so they wouldn't get anybody else sick.
That's
nice.
A
big part of it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. I like the face shield. I mean, I think I might wear the face shield and the mask when I travel no matter what. I don't.
Can you please do it when we travel with you?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Definitely I would.
I think a good laugh when I'm at the airport.
Laugh all you want, buddy. I'm protected, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm
going to get a bubble made. I'm just going to walk around in a bubble.
Well, I don't know who's going to get laughed at more at this point.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That'd be hella cool, though.
Yeah, if you were in a bubble, that would be fantastic.
Like the Flaming Lips just put on a concert where all the people that were at the concert were in a bubble. The band was in a bubble.
Oh, they had their own separate bubbles?
Yeah.
Oh, that is clever.
It's clever, but that's not going to be a feasible thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know how much money you could make off of that deal.
Could you imagine the mosh pit with that, though?
It would be a lot safer. You could just be bounced around like those soccer bubble things.
It's a ball pit at that point.
That's amazing.
Well, I mean, the Flaming Lips, he's been like a guy that's like gotten into a bubble. He's been ahead of our time for years now. He, at some point during their show, I remember seeing him at the fair, and it was awesome. He works himself into one of those big ass bubbles and then rolls himself out into the crowd, and the crowd just kind of carries him in the bubble while he's still performing.
That is pretty wild.
It's pretty badass.
Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
What gas makes up approximately 74% of the sun's mass?
Methane.
No.
Butane.
No.
Air.
No.
Good old air. We are looking for hydrogen, Steve. I guess hydrogen's a big part of the sun. You want a shot at beating Steve? Okay, you got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.